The Euro 2020 tournament has finally made its way in 2021, and boy, I'm telling you, man, this Italy team is just built different. Turkey came into this tournament having only conceded 3 goals in like 10 qualifying matches, only to basically concede all 3 goals in one match to one team. And everyone said this team was going to be a dark horse. Man, Turkey looked goddamn abysmal. But before I go into this game, allow me to give you guys some context as to what happened. It's important to mention that Italy come into this game on an 8-game winning streak and are unbeaten in 27 matches, okay? This team is on fire right now. Also, Turkey and Italy have played each other 3 times prior to this game, and in all 3 matches, Italy have won. To those of you who actually care about these statistics, I mean, hey, here you go. There's some head-to-head statistics. But with that said, it started off very cagey early on. Both teams played very conservatively in the first opening 10 to 15 minutes of the game. Italy was clearly dominating most of the possessions. In fact, it was like, at one point, it was like 68%. Both teams played pretty well. Turkey looked very organized defensively. They came in here with a strategy. However, right from the jump, I was noticing off the rip, their passing was rather sloppy and sometimes even careless, which made it so difficult for them to make any sort of counterattacks. And to be honest, given the quality of players that they have, they should have been able to do better. But regardless, Turkey's defense had Italy's offense completely shut out. Italy didn't really know what to do. To be honest, they were sort of testing the water. They didn't really know how to come at this team. However, Chiellini had a great chance at the 21st minute, and it was their first shot on target, and it was a great save by the Turkish goalie. But yeah, I mean, Italy was pretty much dominating in the midfield. If they weren't winning on the scoreline, they were definitely winning in the midfield department. Italy pressed the hell out of Turkey and never let them with any time on the ball, and oftentimes you would see Turkey pass it back since they seemed to have no way to get through the midfield, let alone the defense. And in the end, they had 0 shots on target and 0 shots attempted in the first half. And that was pretty much the story of the first half. There wasn't really much that happened. I mean, there was this little VAR moment, but that kind of was dismissed. Honestly, it was a world-class performance from Italy. Their midfield was in full control, and you already knew that at some point they were going to get something done in the second half. And boy, Italy came with all the smoke in the second half. It was literally a story of 2 different tales. God damn. So the second half started, and to be fair, it didn't really change too drastically. I mean, we finally got our first shot from Turkey in the second half around the 50th and 51st minute. After a brilliant run from Cengiz Ünder, but really it wasn't that crazy of a shot, and it wasn't really too much for Donnarumma to deal with. However, after 53 minutes, there was an own goal from the Juve defender Merih Demiral. He couldn't turn his body around quickly enough, and it led to an eventual goal, which was fairly deserved given how the first half went. And honestly, that was the moment where the whole tone of the game completely changed. It was at this point that Turkey knew they had to do something. They really had to step it up. I mean, they couldn't get away with holding it back now. You had to go out there and get a point. And up until this point, it's not like they were really doing anything to even pressure this Italian team. They weren't really able to formulate any great passes. I don't think Hakan Çalhanoğlu had a really great performance today. I think the credit goes to the midfield as well as the defense for completely shutting them out. But yeah, there wasn't really much to go. And honestly, it just became a lot more entertaining because as Turkey started to open up, they had to absorb a whole lot of shots and they were a little more vulnerable. And it was very apparent later on into the match. And so now we're pretty much seeing a wide open game, and it was finally in the 66th minute where Spinazzola takes the shot, which ended up being a good save by the goalkeeper. However, Ciro Immobile was right there to score the rebound, and at that point it was 2-0, and at this point it looked like it was game, set, and match. I mean, at that point, Turkey didn't even have a shot on target. In fact, they didn't even have a shot on target throughout the whole match. They may have had 3 shots, but none of them were really on target, and none of them were like true goal scoring opportunities, which says a lot about this Italy team. Let's give credit where credit is due. And it was around the 79th minute, after a complete loss of concentration from the goalie, the Italians pounced, Insigne buries the 3rd goal, and it was 3-0 to Italy. So that was the match. I mean, the only thing I really was surprised with is that Chiesa came on so late into the game. I hope he gets more playing time in the tournament because I do think he is the future, and I think he's one of the best Italian players out right now. But you know what? This is a very good look for Italy. First of all, the fact that you got players like Chiesa on the bench. The fact that you completely handled a team like Turkey with ease. This team made this Turkish defense look like it was as hard as a wet napkin. I mean, forget about Turkey right now. Italy set the goddamn tone of this tournament. All the big teams right now, France, Germany, you name it, all the favorites are watching this Italian team, and now they gotta come correct. Because you know what? Italy made a statement. This wasn't even a match that was just a little victory. This was a statement. They completely dominated this Turkish team, who, by the way, are not some freaking Mickey Mouse trash-ass team. They are a hard team to beat. Just ask France, ask the Netherlands. I just can't believe the way Turkey got completely ran through today. Like, it wasn't even close. They got completely laid out. If I had to say any positive words to a Turkish fan out there who's hurting right now, at least you can say that the hardest match is out of the way. But man, the fact that you conceded 3 goals, I'm not going to lie, that's a very bad deficit, and it's going to be very hard to come back, especially when you still got Switzerland and Wales. They're not going to be easy teams either. Let's say hypothetically this team finishes 3rd in the group, and now they're going up against the best 3rd place teams. With a terrible goal differential like that, like man, you're going to have to absolutely crush a team like Wales or Switzerland. And to be honest, Switzerland looks too organized in my eyes to actually concede that many goals, but you know what, we'll see what happens. They can either let that performance completely define their tournament, or they can actually build some character and resilience, and maybe they can go on and do better in the next games. But we'll see what happens. Now, talking about Italy, this was a great start. Hopefully they can build momentum, and at this point I don't think any team is sleeping on Italy anymore. They have just shown everybody that they've got depth in offense. Their midfield is crazy. Their defense is solid, and while their goalkeeper hasn't been tested, from what we know, he is a pretty solid goalkeeper as well. So you know what? This Italy team have the potential to go far, but we'll see how well they do in regards to building up this momentum. So that's going to conclude today's video. Tomorrow we got Wales against Switzerland, Denmark against Finland, and Belgium against Russia. We'll see how the Wales and Switzerland game goes, because this will dictate whether or not Turkey actually have a shot. And by the end of tomorrow, we'll have the conclusion of match day 1 for Group A and Group B. But with all that said, I mean, I guess the tone is set. We now have our first match confirmed. Italy win 3-0 against Turkey. Now let's see what happens in the next few games. But that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, yes, this is the first video of this YouTube channel, the first of many videos to come. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, because we about to get this shit popping. So congrats to Italy, and my condolences to Turkey. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.